Welcome to ZeroSpace, the next evolution in real-time strategy where the very cosmos is your chessboard and strategy is your greatest weapon. We have created a rich universe housing 10 different factions and 14 heroes to choose from, each offering unique avenues for gameplay and a voluminous, expanding lore. These serve as a base for our 3 core gameplay modes: campaign, co-op, and player versus player. We were inspired by some of our favorite games and then combined our own ideas with them to bring you a unique experience of the highest quality. ZeroSpace's campaign features RPG story elements, branching narratives, and deep characters inspired by one of our favorite series, Mass Effect. It all begins when you take the role of Prefect Nova and the Protectorate faction. Adapt and learn how to best lead your own mixed species crew and recruit mercenaries on a journey to the vast unknowns. Explore and battle through the Orion arm of the Milky Way while gaining and retaining your crew's trust. You'll need it to prevent the downfall of the galaxy, or to conquer it for yourself. ZeroSpace also offers a cooperative mode where players join together to fight against an enemy AI in campaign-like missions. Inspired by the success and replayability found in StarCraft II co-op, our system is aimed at supporting up to 3 players, with special missions and events supporting even more. On top of that, we integrate co-op into our expanding universe with the addition of an easy-to-engage-with persistent galactic map, aimed at rewarding progression, supporting guild play, and even allowing for players to create their own missions to share with the world. We don't want to just emulate previous co-op experiences, but to expand on them and improve them, with an AI that feels more alive, added opportunities for players to collaborate, an increase in mission variety, and a rewarding and consolidated progression system that helps foster and promote community. Our design philosophy begins at the goal of being accessible to players of all skill levels. Anyone can pick up and play the game. But when it comes to the highest level of competition and skill expression, our ceiling will be rather high. We've devised and implemented game systems that help to foster fun and dynamic gameplay, allowing for a wide variety of choices, all factoring into our goal to create a wild yet still competitive arena. Every competitive game begins with a short draft phase, where first players select one of 4 main factions, and then drafts one of the 6 supplementary mercenary factions, and finally one of 14 plus heroes. With these tools available, you aren't playing a pre-made faction, but instead are piecing together your own. This makes our project unmatched in the genre when it comes to variety and self-expression. In fact, our active balance philosophy relies strongly on these and other systems that we've devised that we're eager to share with you throughout this Kickstarter phase. But talk is cheap. That's why we took 3 years to develop a product that we're proud to finally be able to share with you. We are the first to admit that this is an ambitious project. We're not looking to rehash previous strategy games, but instead to take the next step forward in the genre. We've assembled an amazing, capable team that we know is up to the task, but we need more time. The future of ZeroSpace is now in your hands. Thank you for considering our project, and if you believe in
The game starts with an operating tower, which automatically builds extractors to mine Hexite, our base resource. You can expand your income by building additional operating towers throughout the map. These little guys spawning next to the operating towers are builders. They're named Seedlings and are unique to the Girl faction. Over to the left here, you'll find your mercenary tavern, where you can instantly hire 5 unique unit groups to join you in the fight. Huge tree over here is the Grell headquarters. It offers passive income equivalent to a full base mining, and allows for the construction of harvesters, which are needed to gather our second resource, flux. Flux is scattered across the map, creating incentives for players to venture out and meaningfully interact by harassing enemy harvesters and protecting their own. These purple circles signify a rich flux drop. Its landing location is semi-random, allowing players to adapt and strategize accordingly. I'd love to make some army units now, but I can't afford my incubator yet, and that's okay. The game has recognized my wish and will add it to the queue. Our friendly queue system helps to simplify economic management so that players can spend more time interacting with each other and making meaningful decisions. My first building is complete. Supply structures in ZeroSpace are all unique and have a purpose beyond just sitting there. Like Warcraft 3 Moonwells, nourishing pots heal units near it, helping to provide defensive advantages. Now selected is my Grell hero, and they have 3 abilities. With one of them, you can trade HP on an allied unit to heal and increase the hero's attack speed, anticipating I'll be taking damage soon, and bringing a seedling along to consume. We're heading towards an XP tower guarded by neutral creeps. In this fight, another one of my abilities is sure to prove useful. This one is a projectile that, on hit, damages and slows units within its visible radius. Once I'm done clearing the neutral creeps, the XP tower will be available for me to capture. Your experience is represented by the rising yellow bar at the top, and much like in life, you get XP by just existing. But capturing towers does help you speed up the process. When the bar fills up, you get to level up, and I'll be expanding on that soon. After using Consume to heal up, I'll finish capturing this XP tower and then use my third ability to bring my hero back home. My basic incubators are now done building. They are home to 3 different units and unlock tier 2 and upgrade buildings. The top bar consists of 2 joint systems. Power, represented by the blue bar on top, is used to activate global abilities. My favorite base ability is named Infuse. With it, you can trade power to target allied units, and after a short delay they emerge from their cocoons with double the HP and damage values, and also growing in size to match their newfound strength. You harness power whenever you lose units in combat, and while winning skirmishes feels great, the game doesn't have to end as a result of a single outcome. Alongside mercenaries and supply structures, power is perhaps our best system at combating snowballing and leaving some room for well-earned comebacks. My first upgrade building is now finished. Since I made some stingers, I'll look to upgrade those first. On this menu, you can select one of 2 upgrades to start, and later another one from the second row. This time around, I'll research lifesteal, and once that's done, I might just go for cliff jumping. You may start noting a pattern here. We like to offer players the ability to express themselves and adapt through fun and meaningful choices. Speaking of which, my yellow XP bar just filled up, which brings me to our final system, talents. Each time you find enough experience to level up, you can choose from 3 talents, 2 of them natural to your main faction, and the third one determined by your choice of mercenaries. As you go down the talent tree, things get increasingly more volatile, and at level 5, you get to select your ultimate ability. My favorite for Grell is the Tree of Life, but that's for another time.
At the core of all of our game modes and ideas lies a foundational structure that gives us the confidence to push forward and deliver, our incredible technology. To expand on that, here's our founder and chief technology officer, Marv.
So I've always loved RTS. I felt like it was a genre that isn't more popular because it has been historically underserved. It's understandable why, as making a responsive RTS engine presents a lot of technical challenges. And yet I couldn't really bring myself to see those challenges as deterring. To me, they were really encouraging and really exciting problems to solve. I can tinker with pathfinding and crowd simulation for weeks, and at the end of it, it's always so rewarding to see the resulting visual interactions. Through much iteration over the past 3 years, ZeroSpace has reached a point where we can be comfortable saying that StarCraft II will no longer be in a category of its own when it comes to their technology and engine. And while StarCraft 2 set the bar very high, there are already certain areas where we are confident that our game doesn't just match, but also surpasses the 14-year-old wonder. And hell, it's about time. Examples of these areas are crowd surfing of single units against troops trying to go the opposite direction, or getting units to move behind troops who are actively firing without actually affecting them. We also have the capacity to allow for full surrounds, or let certain small units be a little bit more slippery, creating less binary outcomes, more possibilities for Fun Micro. We also count on the ability to block projectiles like in Dota or League. We have terrain vision blocking to be used in certain parts of our campaign, and much more. We also plan on offering the ability to instantly scrub between various points during a replay, and near instant rejoining of a game in progress. So if you're playing with friends, you disconnect, you can instantly reconnect. A lot of this already works, but it requires more polish.
We are the first to admit that this is an ambitious project. We're not looking to rehash previous strategy games, but instead to take the next step forward in the genre. We've assembled an amazing, capable team that we know is up to the task, but we need more time. The future of ZeroSpace is now in your hands.